Style is something that is important in terms of identity. If you just sound the same, have the big booming voice, and really don't say anything, I don't think you're going to be memorable.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio, where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Sunday 46, I'll be locked in. Listen to the slot ins. The only unprofessionals that's top 10. I'm Jordan with the mic. It's different when I write. Why I'm taking your advice if you've been pipping all your life, right? Don't let them judge you by the hype. They gon' say you came up short if you don't never reach the height. Now you looking funny in a light. The Kwame Brown stain if I'm right. It's magic when I rhyme. There's plenty by design. The game start making sense when I see Penny dropping dimes. I'm Bronny in his prime, and that's a very long time. The Walk of Fame stars gonna line. Knicks fan, I ain't come from no hope. He said my future would start until he dunked on a goal. See, I pen what they quote. Wanna replace him, but they can't. All these drawings in my head, I'm Ann Mason to the paint.
For the first time, American professionals are allowed to compete in the Olympics. They are known as the Green Team.
What up, y'all? Still's the great.
What's good?
Tip of the Gambler.
You know
That's
it.
a new name. And Zy Flair.
Yeah.
We are the Unprofessionals, man. Friday, 4 to 6. You know what it is, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Your boys is back at it again. Fellas.
What's good?
Man, we fought through some technical difficulties, man. It's like some sabotaging going on around here, man. I don't know. The show goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Goes on.
And we looking good, by the way. I don't know what's up with the TV, but right now in TV land, we looking like we looking good. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me turn back to the games. I'm a little frustrated right now. You know what I mean? Because my mob went down. You know what I'm saying? The trap game at home against the Lions. But we should have won. But I guess we looking forward to Thursday handing out some beatings on top of them turkeys.
That's another L2.
You know what I'm saying?
2 straight.
But before we get into the agenda, man, fellas, man, talk to the people, man. How was your week leading to the day? Tipper, what's up, man? Talk to us, baby.
My
What's
week
good?
was good. I had a test I had to take. I passed that with flying colors.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yeah,
So
buddy.
I was on to the next best thing. You know? This next coming week, you know it's Thanksgiving, so you know we getting ready for the gobble gobble.
Gobble, gobble. Word the mother. Word up. Zah, what's up with you, fam?
Peace and blessings, man. Everything has been a little crazy. I explained a little bit of the nonsense earlier, but other than that, man, it is what it is, man. I'm still pushing to reach that goal to get that certificate to make me legal.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Look out for your local chef coming aboard.
Okay, man. Local chef. We thought you was talking about something else. I'm like, certificate, legal. You know what I'm saying?
Got to be legal to handle that food.
Yes, indeed.
Can't make no money. I mean, you can make money without it, but legally, that's where I'm going.
Shout out to everybody out there trying to get themselves together. You know what I'm saying? It's only right. You know what I mean? But as far as me, man, had an interesting week, man. My weekend has been good so well. You know what I mean? So far. You know, got to hang out with my son, man. You know what I'm saying? He was happy as ever.
Yes, sir.
He getting bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, man. I got to set him up quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know what I'm saying?
Before you know it, he will be 6th grade.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
yeah, for sure. He already moving fast. And, like, his elbows already hurt when he leaning on me. You know what I mean? So it's like, they grow fast, man. He's growing fast, and he's understanding a lot. You know what I mean? And I'm happy. You know, I got him back in my graces with me, you know what I'm saying? And we doing what it do. But leading into the Thanksgiving holiday, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm really going to do, man. It's still up in the air, man. I'm definitely going to raid a few cribs for some turkey dinners, you know what I'm saying? But as far as any plans outside of that, I ain't really have nothing etched in stone. So I'm just waiting to hear the phone calls come out and he's like, yo, pull up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pull up. But one thing that I do want to say is that, you know, come January, man, we're going to have a lot of change coming to the station. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let everybody know from now, man. Every Friday, you know, we had the show, the Oddcast. You know, well, it's about to come to an end. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But not an end for the people that's there, but the end for the name of that show. You know what I mean? Trying to move on from that, start something new. We got some new energy in the building. Shout out to Squeak SQ. The newest member of the team, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen.
Shout out to 3D, you know what I'm saying? Came in, fit like a glove, man. So, you know, The name of the new show that we gonna come up with, man, starting, in January, is called the No Off Season podcast. You know what I'm saying? Which is gonna be, of course, sports centric, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna still keep the same elements of the podcast, but we just gonna move on from that chapter and let that rest where it may. Start a new chapter for a new year, man, with some new people and some new energy. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that. And I know that a lot of people that I'm working with is looking forward to that because they coming with a lot of ideas and things to the table that's needed. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And it's always, what I learned is that, it's hard trying to carry everything on your shoulders on your own when you got 1,000 other things going on. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to the new beginning, the new year. And I can't wait to see what it entails, though, man. But
change is always good.
Yeah, change is always good. It's always necessary, man. Gotta always change, man. But speaking of changing, Kyrie Irving, he had to change his stance a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They made him apologize again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He apologized again, and he's set to play versus Memphis today. You know what I mean? So I guess my question is, are you guys finally ready to move on from this Kyrie Irving drama?
I'm ready to move on, but they're not going to be ready to move on. They're going to keep talking about it for the rest of the season.
You think they're going to continue to talk about it for the rest of the season?
Of course they are.
I don't know, man. I don't necessarily think that's true, man. What about you, Zai?
I think so because they keep bringing up the COVID situation, and that should have been put to rest already.
Right.
But why COVID?
Right.
Well, they're gonna say, oh well, whenever they do speak on him, they say, well, this is the same Kyrie Irving who refused the vaccine,
basically,
and like he's just gonna go against everything that's supposed to go against. But that's just what they do, and it's to a point where they nitpicking. I just have a problem with Kyrie apologizing
again,
or the first time. Now my whole stance on this is, and forgive me for what I'm about to say because this is my view.
Yeah, of course, that's what this show is for, man.
Yeah, I wanna make a slight comparison. Well, I'm gonna ask this question. We all got on Colin Kaepernick for taking the bag and running and keeping his mouth shut. Do we hold Kyrie Irving to that same extent? As far as apologizing, sort of bowing down, and so he can come back on the court and play? I just want to know.
Maybe.
So because
maybe
it's I thought about this all weekend. And I initially said I really want to get Stills input because I said I know how Stills felt about.
But that. Kyrie Irving is kind of a hated player anyway, for a lot of the views that he stands upon, stuff that he talks about on his Instagram, all of that.
Well, freedom of speech is not so free.
It's not so free because the NBA is always watching what he say.
Yeah.
Or watching what he do.
Yeah. So he had to meet with Adam Silver. He had to meet with Joe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Josiah,
owner of the Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
Sit down with Jewish leaders, donate money, which they refused.
Right.
It's a few other things he had to go through hula hoops just to be able to play, and just like the whole situation I felt was garbage.
So let's just go back to your question one more time, Zai. What was your question one more time? I want
to say, do we hold Kyrie in the same light as we hold Colin Kaepernick? When we say Colin Kaepernick took the bag and ran like he sold out, do we hold Kyrie to that as far as apologizing just to be able to play?
Oh, absolutely not. No, hell no. That's two totally different stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, Colin Kaepernick took his stance because at the end of the day, he was at the end of his rope. He was at the end of the tail of his career. He's about to lose his job. He wasn't happy. And he ended up kneeling as a way to, I guess, get some attention to the situation going on. Okay. And it backfired.
Well,
Kyrie's
also looking for a new contract.
Nah, but I don't think that the vaccine had anything to do with him wanting a new contract. I just think that he wasn't trying to be told to take the vaccine. in order to play because he felt that it's his body, it's his choice.
I ain't talking about the vaccine. I'm talking about as far as him apologizing.
Oh, nah. Well,
for this allegedly anti-Semitic situation that he's
mean,
dealing with.
He had to apologize again, but I'm glad that he kind of still stood his ground and was clear on where he was coming from. He wasn't being anti-Semitic, nor did he even say anything. All he did was post a link. You know what I mean? Like, and they was on him about posting a link. Now,
so with that being said, he didn't caption it. He didn't do anything. He just posted the link.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, should he stand his ground instead of apologizing?
Nah, he shouldn't have stood his ground. No. I mean, because at the end of the day, like, listen, man,
you're gonna have haters.
You got a bottom line that you got family. Forget the haters. You got a family you got to take care of first and foremost. Forget what everybody else is saying. You know what I mean? Because what you eat ain't making them shit, and what they eat ain't making you shit. So you might as well take care of yours at the end of the day.
Now,
go ahead.
Now, can we say that about Colin Kaepernick for his reason of taking the bag?
No, well, his reason was totally different, and the reason why the reason why I don't respect the fact that he did what he did was because everybody was out here hating each other. Like, friends was literally divided behind. Oh, you still watch football? Yeah, oh, you serious. A sellout? Oh, you a coon? You still watching NFL games? You still going to NFL games? Like, people was divided over the fact that this dude, it seemed like, was being blackballed because of his stance against police brutality and everything else that was going on in the country at the time. Yeah. And what he did was he got everybody all riled up, people standing out there willing to have his back. You got us running up in the bar, swinging that air.
Basically.
And then you outside like, oh, okay, it's off. And you just dip in the night and don't tell nobody nothing. Meanwhile, people done got cracked skulls, back broken jaws, and you went somewhere in the sunset with a bag, and you ain't even come out and mention it to anybody because you signed an NDA so that you can't say nothing about it. You know what I mean? So that's a totally different situation between him and Kyrie Irving. You know what I mean? I just feel like Kyrie at least stood for his. You know what I'm saying? He ain't back down. He ain't go back on his word or nothing. He kind of stood his ground. You know, he still, I don't know how far he was willing to go as far as their demands. But I guess after that meeting with Adam Silver, after Jaylen Brown, and shout out to Jaylen Brown for putting the pressure on the NBA owners and Adam Silver, who said that he doesn't think that Kyrie is anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
he put the pressure on them, and they ended up bringing him back.
It was too much, man.
You know what I mean? It was too much. Like, all of that stuff was just extra. And like Jaylen Brown said, it's time to have the bigger conversation. Mm-hmm. Now we need to see who these guys is really tied to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what corporation is he tied to have this man come out and do all this extra stuff that's not necessarily needed? You know what I mean? So, to answer your question, Kyrie and Colin Kaepernick, two totally different situations. Now, I want to ask you guys this question because shout out to 3D, man. He asked this on Friday.
Okay.
He said, if Kobe was around, do y'all think that Kobe Bryant would have took the jab?
No.
Elaborate on it. Why? Because that's what I said. They said, hell no. Well, Kobe was a ball player.
Well, you know
he
what?
Wasn't missing no games.
You know what?
This, that, and the third.
At that point, I can't really answer that because at that point, he was retired.
Right.
So he wouldn't have to.
He was retired.
Yeah. When we were officially mandated, he wasn't playing for
No,
the
but
Lakers
I'm just
then.
saying.
Had he
Hypothetically.
still been in the NBA?
Had he still been in the NBA, do you think Kobe Bryant would have took the jab?
Would have took the jab?
Took the jab, the shot, the vaccine.
Yeah, Kobe would have did it.
Kobe.
I don't know
Kobe, why, Tips? Why?
He would have did it. Because he, like you say, he think about the family. Fuck what the rest of it is. He want to play. He want to show he wasn't missing no games. Why start missing games now? Because he don't want to take the shot.
But in LA, it wasn't mandatory in LA. It was mandatory in San Francisco and New York.
But we just asking if he was presented with the option to take the jab or you don't play.
I probably would say, as outspoken as he is,
thank you.
No.
And that was my point. I say, yo, listen, Kobe wanted to be more than just a basketball player.
Yeah.
This man won an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? On the low, too. Like, ain't nobody even know. This is the same guy that when he had a record deal, he was trying to tell the artist that the label was putting forward for him to write his rhymes. Like, nah, I write my own rhymes. You know what I mean? Knowing that you're not nice like that, but he's so confident in his ability, he was willing to do it on his own, whether he failed or not.
He had a song out.
He did. He had a song.
The joint with Brian McKnight.
Yeah, Brian McKnight.
Yeah, he did.
Right, he did.
And shout out to Ali Vegas, because Vegas was one of the writers that used to write for Kobe, if y'all didn't know that. But yes, I think with his mentality.
Sounded better with them.
With Kobe Bryant's mentality, with Kobe's mentality, man, I think he would have put up a fight. Ultimately, he probably would have took it, but I think that he would have probably been just like Kyrie, like, yo, nah, why should I have to make that decision with my body? You know what I'm saying?
I think it would have been questions.
Yeah, scientific. He'd have went with science because he's a smart dude. He grew up in Italy. You know what I mean? This is the same dude that was fighting with his family over memorabilia. Like,
of course,
he willing to go to war with his family instead of just letting it ride. You know what I mean? His own people, his own moms, and them. So it's crazy. But it was a good question, man. Shout out to 3D for that one, man. That was definitely one that had everybody in the room stumped. Now, my whole question now is, why hasn't the media spoken more about Kyrie's $65,000 donation to Shanquilla Robinson's GoFundMe account?
Because it's her.
Why is that?
Because it's her, and she's a young black woman.
Because it's her?
And she's a young black woman.
Or because it's him, and they don't want to put him in the light of a giver?
Both.
They don't want to put him in the light of being a giver.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't want to show the good.
Come on.
Because I'm gonna say both, because you don't even see that. I haven't seen that situation on the news.
This is what I'm saying.
So
Kyrie's one of those type of players. There's a lot that goes with him. He got a lot of baggage with him.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, they didn't want to put that goodness out.
Yeah.
What he did,
Yeah.
Or what he do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the coverage of the young girl being murdered on the news. I haven't seen that on the news.
Yeah, they don't talk about it.
And I watch the news every morning. I haven't seen that.
Shanquilla Robinson, the same girl,
the young girl that was murdered
in Mexico by her so-called friends.
Allegedly.
Oh, they put it on the news on Friday.
Okay. Yeah, they just did though.
They put it on the news on Friday.
This is like a week
but
old,
on social media was running over the media.
It's all over social media. But I haven't seen that, and I'm sure that they're not going to put
because the video is out. Because the video is out.
Yeah.
So they said the FBI is going to get involved.
Yeah.
Oh, the FBI is already involved.
Because the girls lied. They said,
no, it wasn't girls. It was two gay men.
Yeah,
two gay men.
Two trans?
Two gay men. We're going to just say that. Two gay men.
Allegedly, they saying that
boy,
it is.
Allegedly,
fight back, man.
They said the young lady was sleeping in the bed naked, and then all of a sudden they come in there and bum rush her and start using her as doing wrestling moves on her.
Wow.
And they split her spine.
Yeah.
They tried to say it was drinking poison.
Alcohol poison.
Alcohol poisoning.
Oh, my God, man.
Well, they saying that the women, the gay men, are actually women. They're not.
Nah, it was a group. It was a group.
Yeah, I know.
It was a group.
It was supposed to be her so-called friends.
And two women.
They supposed to be all friends.
Yeah, everybody's all friends.
Supposed to be.
Supposed to be friends. You know what I mean?
And that video is horrible. I seen the video and it's disgusting.
Yeah, I couldn't even watch it, man. But where's the black community at now? Like, and I hate to say it like this, because if it was an officer or if it was somebody from a different hue,
Reverend Al will be out there.
We'd be outside going crazy, calling for their heads, calling for their jobs. Where's the pressure at for these young black? Well, now if it's part of now that community now, where's the spotlight on them? Because if it's something that happens to them, they come out in droves in full force to want to shut you down.
You know
what I'm saying?
Of
course.
That
for real.
Community is just like the Jews.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're not going to be able to say too much against them because they all going to come out in full force and that's it.
Yeah,
and you're going to be made to apologize depending on the remarks that you make against them and everything else.
Yeah.
They have more rights as a people. They have more rights than us.
For real.
And that's the sad part.
That community has more rights and protection than us as black people.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
No, I ain't afraid to say it. You know what I mean? Because it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't right, man. And it ain't right. It's like, These are the things that we supposed to be up in arms with. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be mad every time a shot go off in our community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every time a young man is hurt or killed by a stray bullet because of some gang activity. You see what happened in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
They locked up like 28 gang members.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was outside broad daylight. One of the videos they showed a man walking his kid down the street, and the kid just let off in the kid's direction with the father and the kid in their direction, shooting at the op. I'm like, yo, what are we coming to, man? Like, it's no more. You can't even walk outside. That could have been my mom's with my son. You know what I'm saying? Walking out, minding their business.
Sometimes you can't go to the park. Certain parks, they do
Come
that
on,
in
kid.
the parks. And it's we got to do something.
Yeah, where's the outrage?
And it's not to a point where, you know, police is one thing, but we live in the community. We have to step it up in our communities. And if we want better for our communities, and it's going to take a collective effort.
That's a
all
fact.
of us have to get involved, and we got it. And if we the snitching thing, dude, if you want to be able to relax and like Still said, walk your kid down the block to the store, even in the park, all of us should do that. All of us need to do this.
And that's another thing. Just to be clear, man, I'm going to say this again, because we said this numerous times.
Yeah.
That word snitch is used a little bit too loosely.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, it's for street people at the end of the day. If you're a taxpaying, law-abiding citizen, snitch don't got nothing to do with you.
Exactly.
If you in the streets and you doing dirt and you do dirt with somebody you know, if we do this together and we get caught, or one of us get caught, you got to eat that, because we both made this agreement to do this together, man. At the end of the day, I get caught, I'm not saying nothing. You get caught, you better not say nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to 38 Special. I hate, and I'm not going to big it up. I did think it was kind of ignorant. I don't know if y'all seen the 38 Special video that they had on IG. He was outside of, I guess it was like some courtroom or somewhere in the streets. And this dude walked by. He's like, look at the rat. Look at the rat. Y'all, he slapped him in the back of the head, grabbed him up, started smacking him up, punching him. It's like, yo, this is what you do to rats.
Wow.
Just beating on him. And yo, it was about a minute and a half clip. You know what I'm saying? 38 Special, him the dude up. Like, look at the rat, y'all. Look at the rat. Like,
is he signed
punching
with,
him in his face.
Griselda?
Yes, he signed the Griselda. That's my point. Like, you got a record deal.
Yeah.
All eyes is on you. Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, man, if that's the life you live, that's the life you live. But you can't get mad now when them people come and take away what they take away from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we
You
got to
threw
be
it
able to
away.
hold each other accountable.
You threw it away.
You threw that away. That's assault. You assaulting a man on camera.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? If that man filed charge, what, he's a rat again? Like, you know what I mean? So people in the streets use that term loosely. We got our kids growing up saying, oh, I'm not snitching. Like, you a kid. You don't need to know nothing about snitching. You need to worry about going to school.
Go to school, handle your business.
You know what I'm saying? Snitch shouldn't even be in your vocabulary.
No, it shouldn't.
For real. I heard my niece say that one day. I wanted to check her, but I was like, you know what? That's for her moms to check on.
No, you are.
Now, I mean, I didn't want to say, because I'd have came across harsh at her at the time. But I said, you know what? I'm going to eat that, and I'm going to talk to her mom about it. Like, these kids shouldn't be worried. That word shouldn't be in their vocabulary.
Yeah.
Not at 12, 13, 11 years old. You're not a snitch. You're not a street person. You know what I mean?
Village, though, man.
Huh?
It takes a village.
Yeah, it takes a village, man. It takes a village, man. And it's unfortunate that right now, everything is out of control. The streets is out of control. The parents are scared to talk to the kids. The neighbors are scared to talk to the kids. We come from an era where the neighbors used to have the green light to put hands on you if you was out there doing craziness.
Big
you know what I mean?
facts.
Mm-hmm.
For real. The
Well,
teachers in school, put your hands out. Shout out to Miss Miller.
Not me.
Put your hands out. The rulers. Smack your hands with the ruler. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I remember.
Can't do that no more.
My best friend parents, man. They would come if they caught us out there doing anything. Me and my boys and them, they come to my house and tell my grandmas on me, and it's like, yo, I get mad,
But
but
you gonna look at the neighbors? Are you rat? Snitched on me.
I get mad, but that's what they supposed to do.
That's exactly what they supposed to do.
That's what they supposed to do.
And that's what we supposed to
And
do.
as I got older, I was more appreciative of that because we was into nonsense. But you know, back to your point.
Shout out to Big Wayne. He said, Mr. Miller, absolutely. Oh, you don't got a tie, son? I got a tie for you. You had to make sure you came to assemblies with a tie.
That's
or
Mr. Morris.
Mr. Morris. Word. Mr.
Yeah.
Morris. And shout out to Mr. Miller too. Word up.
I
For
quit
real.
a job. I quit a job for
Mrs. Miller.
for St. John's.
Yes, Mrs. Miller. Mrs. Miller. Yup. I got it mixed up. I'm a little tipsy right now, but shout out to Big Wayne. Yes, sir. Mrs. Miller. Mrs. Miller and Mr. Morris. Mr.
Yeah,
Morris
man.
was the one that used to be on us about them ties. You ain't got no
he came
ties,
to my
son?
house a couple of times.
Oh, he used to
bro.
have a bike.
He had to ride past. He rode
Facts.
past my block every time going home. I
That's
was
a whole
right
fact.
there on Merrick. He come right there. I came downstairs.
He
My
said
grandmother
Mrs.
said,
Miller
get your behind up here. Somebody at the door for you.
he said Miss Miller was child abuse.
Yo.
Listen, man, we turned out to be some odd human beings. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't lie. Our generation did fail a generation below us, though.
I agree.
Because the generation below us is the ones that's responsible for what's going on out here now.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
And they think
For
that we
real.
hate them because we're always critical of them. This is what the kids that tell me every day when I'm at work. They feel that we're critical of them, so and then you wonder why there's a disconnect between the young ones and the old ones.
That's a
Even
fact.
Hip hop and so forth and everything. They think that we overcritical of them.
That's a fact. And shout out to Jessica Grady. She said, what school was that?
59.
We talking about IS 59. We talking about PS 15. You know what I'm saying? In Springfield Gardens, Queens. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we had some rough teachers, man. They was on us back in the days. But we was straight. You know what I'm saying?
He came to my
Huh?
crib.
Yeah, Mr. Miller would come to your crib on a
Seen
bike.
I seen
And he
that
rode with
bike.
helmets back then.
Yeah, I seen that bike and that trench coat. I said, come on, yo. I was a week in the crib, took my Nintendo away, everything.
What was his favorite line? Tuck your trousers in, son.
Yeah,
Tuck your trousers
man.
in. Yeah, I'm saying. Word. Tuck your trousers in.
Yeah.
But that's what this generation is missing. But you can't even talk to them like that no more.
Yeah.
And shout out to 3 again. Like on Friday on the Rcast, we was talking about that. Like, because he's a basketball coach.
Mm-hmm.
And the same methods and things that they used to do to us back
They
then,
were hard on
You can't do that.
you can't do that now. You can't even talk to them that way. They going to tune you right out and then they going to be out of there.
Yeah.
They might go back to the car and come back with a gun and try to shoot you. You know what I'm saying?
They're emotional.
They ain't with all that. You got to come at them differently. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You gotta come at
I
kids
would get
differently.
chastised and you know, you going the whole week, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing that, you're not doing, and they say that to bring out the best in you. But today's kids, it would make them mad.
That's a whole
And
fact.
it would make them shut down, and it would make them not want to play for you no more, possibly the tournament or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want to deal with it no more.
They might come back and shoot the tournament.
They
out.
just
You know
want
what I'm saying?
everybody to be yes men.
That's
Say
what's
you're the
happened.
greatest, you're the greatest, you're the greatest, and that's where you'll mess up anyway.
Yeah.
You can't be a yes man.
Nah, you definitely can't be
If
a
I
yes
can't
man.
criticize your game or tell you what improvements you need, it's a problem.
Yeah, facts. It's the same way with music, man. It's just like moving into our next topic. No, not moving into the next topic. It's like KD. You know what I mean? Like KD, that's my guy. He's a great basketball player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And shout out to 3, man. He said a lack of mentorship to our youth, available to our youth. That's the truth, man.
Mhm.
Because you can remember back when we was in Roy Wilkins, we had Benny,
Yep.
we had AU,
Understanding.
Allah understanding, yep. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know Allah
Today's youth
understanding.
don't have nobody to look up to.
They don't, and that's what 3 just said. They don't have anybody to look up to.
Yeah.
And we had that.
Yep.
We had that. Even though we was out late in Roy Wilkins playing
Yeah.
basketball
Yeah,
late,
man.
we had all the old school heads in there to kind of, even they ain't tell us like go home. You should be home at this time. But while we was there, they embraced us.
Yeah.
They ain't never chastised us or made us feel lesser than.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For real.
Big shouts out to them. Benny
Word.
used to always be like the times me and Karan and we stayed like till 12. You need to, if you was there, yo, come on, we going that way. You need to ride it.
Absolutely.
Like, nah, me and Karan end up trooping. But the fact that they was always there and they were willing to do what needed to be done. For
Absolutely.
the young ones, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Now Benny retired. I don't know what's going on as far as in that situation over there because I haven't been there, and I know a lot of people stopped going because they started charging $75
Roy Wilkins got him
you
to the
know,
game. Like, we need that money.
Nah, they ain't had no free nothing here. The Black Spectrum Theater and all that. We charging.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It was a place where we can go. We felt safe.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. You know what I mean? And shout out to the Facebook user that said we grew up on drug dealer music. They grew up off of gangbanging music.
No, drill music.
Drill music, same thing. Gangbanging, drill music, same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, what's the big difference?
It's not much because they still talking about. Listen, we had our shoot 'em up music too in our era.
That's a whole fact.
From the Ice Cubes to the Death Row artists, all of that.
NWA totally,
NWA, everything. And,
that's a whole fact.
They couldn't perform in states.
And certain East Coast artists as well.
Yes.
But here with this drill, it seems like
mumble
the
rap
kids. Yo, and I'm saying this from the front line. It seems like these kids, when they hit, it turns them into a different animal, bro. Every day, like when they hit it, they just start going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's the sound or whatever that got them like that. But we all got that type of music that gets you hyped before you get into a game, before you go work out. You listening to something to get you hyped. They just wired differently now. You know what I'm saying?
Differently.
Yeah, for real, man. But back to KD, man, and his thin skin. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of skin, KD autographs a fan's forehead.
Oh yeah.
At the fan's request.
Oh wow.
Would you allow someone to sign their autograph on your body? How far does your fandom go?
I've seen females have let that down.
On the tatas?
Yeah, you know it on
Shout
their chest, breasts, all that, you know.
Boy. Chip said chest, breast. He had to say it twice. Say it twice is nice, huh? Word.
Oh, man.
Nah, well, how far would your fandom go, though?
Well, my fandom?
Yeah. How far would your fandom go? Would you allow somebody to tattoo you? I mean, on your body?
Hell no.
Nah.
Hell no.
Yeah. Think about it. That dude probably thinking outside. Nah, but listen, he's probably thinking outside the box.
I ain't had no paper fucking just on my head, man.
Nah,
and he probably gonna flip that to like some ill NFT. He probably gonna flip it to an ill NFT.
If he's smart.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is probably how he was thinking. I don't know. I'm just guessing out the box. You know what I mean? For somebody to say, yo, just sign my forehead. You know he ain't washed his ass the rest of that day.
And
of
he
course
got,
not.
But
they made him sign $20 bills, money, and all that. I see that.
He could have because he got the video. He could have washed that shit off right after that, but he got the video of KD doing it.
It's an NFT.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Anything to get a buck.
That's a whole fact.
He got the video.
I was a Jewish guy.
This is what it is. Now y'all gonna pay. Now y'all gonna pay.
Anything to get a buck.
Now y'all gonna pay me for this. This is what it is.
Word up, man. For real. But moving along, man. Talking about today's generation, man. Nas, man, is set to become the first pre-2000s rapper to chart 4 new projects on the Billboard's 200 Hot 200 list in this decade.
Wow. That's
Nas is set. He set a new Billboard 200 record by an 80s, 90s rapper. Nas and Hit Boy released their 3rd installment of the King's Disease series last Friday, November the 11th, which is projected to debut at number 11 on the Billboard's 200 with about 28,000 album equivalent units earned in this first week. According to a report by the Hip Hop Numbers, Nas will be the first artist from the 80s and 90s to chart 4 albums released in the 2020s on the Billboard 200. The projects include King's Disease 1, which debuted at number 5, King's Disease 2, which debuted at number 3, Magic, which debuted at number 27, and King's Disease 3, which is expected to chart at least at number 11. Now, I say all that to say this. Does album sales matter moving forward? Like,
not like they used to.
Elaborate.
Because there's other ways to download albums. You don't have to go to a record store and go buy a record no more.
So does it bother you to hear that artists like Nas debut. Well, he's going to clearly debut at least number 11 on the Billboard's 200. Only selling 28,000 albums. 28,000 albums the first week for Nas. Just to put it into context.
Young Guru said it best.
What'd he say?
When he was asked about record, something with Jay-Z and record sales.
Mm-hmm.
He said, how we gonna do that when records don't cost a dime to get? You can download from YouTube.
Right. You can download the music.
But you still pay for it. You still paying for it.
No.
Well, for YouTube,
Yeah.
YouTube is different.
I get everything I want from YouTube.
Yeah, that's a fact.
No, you don't.
Huh?
You can get everything for free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got all my music from YouTube for free.
The only thing
For
you can
free?
pay,
Everything?
I
you
just
can
download.
You can pay for that YouTube music, and you can still get the album for free.
Nah, with
But see, if you paying for a subscription, you're not getting nothing free.
I'm not paying for a subscription. All I have
I'm
to
just
do is
saying.
download it to MP3 converter, and it goes right into my
Right.
phone.
Shout out to y'all incriminating yourself.
Right.
No,
on-
it ain't. It's
the internet.
what it is.
That's what it is.
It's what it is.
You don't gotta say you doing it though, but I'm just saying
Listen,
it's
man.
true. It is true.
There's easier ways to get it down the cross.
It's true.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
That pay for all this other stuff.
Right,
It's
it's so
like
much. So much.
at 28,000.
That's still good.
Hell
No,
no.
it's not.
That's terrible.
It's
You want
not.
to just to put it into context.
I'm talking about as far as sales because
Yes.
technically that shows that people are getting albums other ways.
Nah, man. It goes to show that maybe 21 Savage was right.
What do you say?
That Nas isn't relevant anymore.
No, it's not that.
I
mean-
it's just the way of
It's the way
how they do things.
it's the
now.
way how
It's
they
not-
do things
It's
now.
not like back. It's not like back then where you didn't have the internet. You didn't have LimeWire. You didn't have none of that.
Shout out to LimeWire.
Yeah, you didn't have that.
Right.
So you brought the CD, and that was that. You don't need that now. Everything else is streams, downloads,
Streams and downloads. That's
streams,
it.
Downloads.
That's it.
That's it. And
That's
you know how
it.
many you know how many streams you need to get just to get $1?
1,000.
Nah, hell no. 1,000. Hell no.
How many?
It's more than that. Like close to 10,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you get to get thousands of streams to get $1.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But just to put that into context, right?
That's robbery.
Drake and 21 Savage. Her Lost, that album that they just put out.
Yeah,
First week sales.
yeah.
How much you think it sold?
Probably a lot because
He said probably a lot. A ballpark figure, a
a
number.
ballpark figure
About 50,000.
about
Now.
70-some thousand because it's Drake.
70-something thousand.
Yeah.
Y'all are both way off. It sold over 404,000 in the first week. Number one in the USA. But this is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's a big difference
But
from 27, 28,000 from
What are they
Nas.
buying the albums off of though?
I mean,
Also, you got to keep
Go
this in mind. Nas is older. So, you know,
Yeah.
the genre fans that listen to Nas
Uh-huh.
is different from the genre fans who listen to Drake and 21 Savage. Because a lot of the young folks listen to Drake and 21 Savage, right?
a lot
They're
of
more relevant to them. Nas may not be irrelevant to them. They talking about who this old man is trying to still rap. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, they don't appreciate what he's putting out musically.
Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
It was another guy. It was another artist. I forgot his name that came out and said Jay-Z can't out rap me. So you know these type of guys, the young guys are like, nah, you can't out rap me. You can't do that. So
Right.
it's like for different genres. He's
Yeah,
right.
different genres. Generations
These
is different.
artists that we're
Yeah.
listening to,
You know?
uh,
The older generation is going to buy that Nas album because they know what that Nas album is going to be doing.
yeah, they appeal
Yeah.
to
You know?
us.
yeah.
That generation, that 21 Savage,
35 and
His
below is going to
listeners-
be on Drake and 21 Savage
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah. And shout out to my man Sham God Joseph. He said to put it in the context, Glorilla sold the same as Nas. Is she not relevant using sales as comparison? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna show my age.
everybody.
I don't know who
knows.
Glorilla is. I don't listen to Glorilla. Please enlighten me on who Glorilla is. Yes,
That,
sir.
let's
Yes.
go. That song with all them chicks and they look a book, nigga.
Oh no,
That's her.
That's
That's her. Let's go. That's Glorilla. Yeah. She looked like yo, she looked crazy.
I'm a bro.
Let's go.
Yeah, nigga.
Let's go.
I'm punting that. It's football Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm punting that.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
That's
She
so
ain't
real.
relevant to me.
And you'd be
Nah.
surprised at the grown women on the internet that love this girl. Like, and they worship the ground this girl. It's like women our age.
All
And I'm in
different
the
genres of
comment
music
section.
lovers.
I'm in the comment section reading this like, yo, and I'm looking at the pictures. When they say comments, I'm looking at the pictures. These women 35 and old. I'm like, what?
Yo,
Let's go. Yeah. She was just on $1 million worth of game.
Oh, word?
And she brought all of her rap friends up there. And dudes was like, yo, that room looked like it smelled like a pack of Black and Milds. That's Let's go! Yeah. She bring her friends on the stage. And she was on the BT Awards performing. I'm like, yo, this chick is terrible, man. I'd rather listen to Ice Spice. And she ain't no better, man.
Yo, don't forget to call in. The number is 516
You gotta be
206 0711.
Let's go!
Shout out.
Like her voice deeper than mine, bro. Like,
Shout out to my man Sham for that one. But I guess well, I mean, she's relevant to a degree because you got guys like Zion Tips that knew who she was off the rip. I always heard the name, but I didn't equate the name.
I'm on social
I
media.
have heard the song.
I'm on social media heavy, man, and I see this, and I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me,
Yo, and they played in the club. I guess this is where hip hop lies now, in the club.
You got any older chicks that listen to that in the club? Run fast, yo.
They smoking Black and Miles and drinking Henny,
and they
straight,
and they musty. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Leave them alone. They wash their underarms in the day. Leave them alone, man.
Yeah, nah, we do not share the same views as Zaha Flair here. Oh God, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Bars and Hoops Radio. Who's this?
Yo, what's going on, man? It's Union Square, man. How y'all fellas doing?
Union Square.
My
What's
man.
up, champ?
What's going on?
Yo, what's good, man? Yo, I'm sorry you had me cracking up with the gorilla thing.
Let's go.
Hey,
Let's
yo.
go.
Yo, listen. Let me tell you. She's, so that you can understand something about gorilla, she's an overnight sensation.
Is she a sensation?
Yeah, man.
Are we using the word sensation?
She signed to Yo Gotti's label. Yo Gotti definitely put the backing behind her. And of course, she blew up like basically overnight. But anyway, let's put this into context, though, right? How many people that's in the age limit of Nas actually buying albums anymore?
It's working class people with jobs.
That's right.
So they buying it.
But right.
The kids are the ones controlling it, though.
Right. Now, the thing is about what 21 Savage said, Whack 100, I'm one of those people, I don't listen to Whack 100, but he said something that was real important, right?
Uh-huh.
He says, Nas won a Grammy last year.
That's a fact, which was
That's
owed
number
to him.
one.
They owed him that.
Right. But how is he not irrelevant winning that Grammy? Then, number two, when you see that Ring doorbell,
yes,
that's Nas.
Nah, that's a fact.
When you see that lift, that's Nas.
That's Nas. He quiet.
When you see those restaurants, that's Nas.
Nah, he's quiet.
Nas is going to be forever, right? He's going to be forever resolutely. He's going to be forever here because of the things that he accomplished through his rap music and what he's doing today.
Absolutely. Now
ask 21 Savage where he's going to be in 25 years.
Facts. Where is he going to be?
And then
exactly.
Right. And then let's talk about what Zah was talking about. What up, Zah? Zah was talking about NBA YoungBoy say he can out-rap Jay-Z, which is ridiculous.
Facts.
The whole thing right now is we listen to different things in rap music compared to what's going on right now for today in the youth. Because today in the youth, when it comes down to music, it's all about the looks and the gimmicks. It's not about substance. That's why that thing just comes in and out. Period. That's just it. That's just the bottom line. Now, you got a lot of the people that's just blinded by the glitz and the glamour and everything else like that. They're not listening to the lyrical form of hip hop nowadays. They're only listening to the glitz and the glamour. So that's what's going on right now. That's what they drawn to.
Yeah,
it doesn't make them irrelevant, but that's what they're drawn to. So whatever they're drawn to, that's where that's coming from. So that's my opinion. I ain't gonna say that as a fact. That's my opinion on that.
Shout out to Tiny. Word up, man. Old school at noon, man. Word up, man.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody about the Red Cup Affair, kid. Word up, man.
No, the Red Cup Affair definitely going on tonight. You know how it is.
What time tonight?
10 o'clock. 10 to 11, just before that midnight light. That midnight
Moonlight
vibes.
Yes.
Yeah, Moonlight Vibes featuring Mr. Williams. So definitely tune in tonight. It's definitely gonna be on.
Word up, man. Shout out to Tiny, man. Always on the check and always listening to Bars and Hoops Radio, man. Word up, man. Shout out to everybody out there checking in on YouTube. Shout out to everybody out there listening live on the radio. Shout out to everybody checking in on Facebook right now. We're about to take it to a spin cycle, and when we come back, we're going to get into a little bit more of this NFL massacre nonsense that's going on right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Upset week
is out here in full effect. But Tiny, thank you for the check-in, bro.
All right, no doubt, man. Y'all peace out.
Easy now.
All right, now. Like I said, the number to call in is 516-206-0711. When we come back, like I said, man, we're going to talk about some of this NFL action. Don't forget, every Sunday, 4 to 6, the Unprofessionals. Stills the Great. Tip of the Gambler. Zy Flair.
Let's go.
Check in with it. Hey.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm, making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel shit, be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap diva shit. The hood know you pussy, so we don't buy or believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have proud the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back, you fuck around me, Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, the top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have proud the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back, you fuck around me, Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny shit. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass captain publishes states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Niggas say anything in their raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house niggas. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out kush. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my nigga even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in the shit, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have proud the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back, you fuck around me, Joe Black. Run me the bees, float. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have proud the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back, you fuck around me, Joe Black.
Yeah. Mic check 1, 2. Yeah, boy. I only can talk about this real shit because that's what I've been through. Yeah. Yeah. I was raised by a woman, so shout out to single mothers who had to teach their teenage boys to use rubbers. Getting calls home from school, then wondering why she bugging. Cause that's just more stress to add on top of struggling. Few things I wanna show you, cause I feel like I owe you. You made me the man I am today, I never told you. Trust being hand me down cause you couldn't afford polo. How it feel to see your two oldest boys' names on logos. Had to protect my family, so we played with guns. I can't respect the man who don't raise his son. Then you blame the white man on what they become a gangster, but reality of it is you made them one. Real niggas look in the mirror and see each other. I look in my nephew eyes and I see my brother. Sometimes I gotta look away cause it hurts so much. How that nigga died so young and he was worth so much. Damn.
Put your hands together for the work of the Most High. I put my hands together and I pray all night. Cause the struggle is real but the hustle is true. Flipping my dreams till they all come true. Thank God I made it, thank God I made it, and you gon' make it too.
But you won't let me love you. I want to do my new rhymes and shit, man. Know what I'm saying? I don't know them shits. Yeah. Come on. It's that shit. Oh, shit. That's that Wu-Tang shit, my nigga. Check it. Yo, this to all them fucking MCs out there in the world that think they can fuck with the old dirty bastard. You know what I'm saying? Here, come on. What?
Yo.
I'm here to shock your dome piece real quick, know what I'm saying?
Check. Shit get cataclysmic, how I mastered the wicked division and spitting, nigga, pass what you wishing. And super surpassing your vision and whatever you thinking of cause. Bags are sick and they make them gag when I'm shitting type of flow. See the fact is I'm back and I'm stacking them up. How I'm heating the planet, niggas be calling me solar maximum. So effortless in how I'm attacking them. Even when I'm resting, I'm black and niggas see the results and exit. Happen like checking the pulse of a corpse when I show them no reaction, ignoring you niggas. Bore me niggas. Back to stacking this paper, exactly the lyrical impact is so literal, criminal. Priceless. Every valuable mineral, super subliminal, becoming the future like digital data. Pivotal moment, she get critical haters. See what I make the DJ do to the fader. Rest in peace to Rock Raider. Body niggas now elated, traumatically major, dramatically cater to niggas that want it and eat it and live it and fart it just to open their vein and bleed it. I superseded the situation every time it's hard to defeat it. The unstoppable, you need it.
Ho ho ho, let me like slow up with the flow. If I move too quick, oh, you just won't know. Ho ho ho, let me like slow up with the flow. If I move too quick, oh, you just won't know. Introducing your fuck that nigga's name. My hip hop drops on your head like rain. And when it rain, it pours. Cause my rhymes hardcore. That's why I give you more.
Yo, the tables is turning. I'm enjoying just burning you niggas and schooling and tutoring and learning you niggas. So peep the way that I come and weed them out beyond a reasonable doubt. I ain't rushing, I'm taking a scenic route on my paper trail to unveil and just derail all irrelevant traffic and clear the lane and deliver that illmatic while keeping you hyper and keep you ecstatic while I'm bringing shit harder.
Especially when it's dark, I'm a midnight marauder and I'm ready by a little bitch. Hope you know I'm ready to die is the best.
Appreciating this nigga life after death, but in the meantime, when I poison you niggas with the heat for the blocks, scratching and fiending, needing a detox while you screaming, I'm shining and gleaming and cleaning up the game in the mink. While I give you what's only built for Cuban link, niggas incredible hosts, America's most wanted, hole in the fort, documented, reporting the war report, giving you the crack nigga, New Jack City, that Carter 5 for the niggas that got appetites bigger than dinosaurs. Like every time I spit, I get rid of a few. This is extinction level event.
I don't even know what's going on no more. I don't even know what's happening, man. There ain't no answers. I'ma figure some shit out though, yeah. You know? Yeah. Just try to get my weight up. Try to get all my watches in order. Get my safe up. Get great.
I'm 21 years past the 27 club. It's like I went back into my past and then I sped it up. Robert Johnson, Winehouse, and Morrison found what heaven was. Heaven on earth, this shit is magic with no fairy dust. Home of the gully gangster, the gruesome and the scary stuff. I told my brother, jump fuck them, they gon' go through hell with us. They don't have a history in the streets that compare with us. Hood niggas, they wanna be us. Thugs in the St. Regis, only thing undefeated is time. Second is the internet, number 3 is this rhyme. Before security, my dog had to sneak in the 9. God must be on my side, I had to eat and provide. My winning streak is divine. I told Thun, leave the street shit behind. Don't let them hype you with slow run beats, cheating the grind. Dog, I'm telling it like it is. You gotta deal with the consequence when you running the niggas' cribs. Nigga, you better be ready to sit. Dope dealers, street hustlers, pop cases, throw dice on pavement, cop chases, big gamblers, scullies, hide faces, gang wars, hot spots, police raided, left them speechless. Left them speechless.
They gave me hassle back when we used to capsule crack. Now I'm shitting on them just to pay them assholes back. Quarterback life, people wanna pass you sack. Matt Black, Maybach, I named it Matt Hasselback. White back truck, the bounce might flash you back. Still DRE, Snoop and Dre, classic track. We done schooling niggas, time to throw them tassel caps. We the tag team that never tongue wrestle back.
Ain't going back and forth with niggas, I don't battle rap. Safari Air Max in the jungle, match with the habitat. If you need a brick stepped on, I know where some cappers at. Lost homies, twisted my mental, just getting back from that. If I wrote my life in a book, I bet not a chapter whack. I don't know where your mouth been, this blunt, I'm not passing that. I've been on Remy, not shorty that make Pat relax and trap the rap. We pull up back to back, as a matter of fact.
Back to back like Curry 17-18.
I figured Dolce and Gabbana fit better than State Greens.
Lay back in the 6 like I'm Drizzy in Toronto.
Your bird gave me the box, I ain't had to put on no blindfold.
Logo on the ground when I open the car door. She talking nastier than Lil' Kim on Hardcore. The OG came home, he mean as a guard dog. Which one of you 50 boys I'ma send my Lamar for? You give niggas an inch, they take a couple yards more. I give them game for free that I could really charge for. Ain't invested in our business while you up in ours for. Bum ass nigga, worry about your cup and cardboard, nigga.
I seen the devil, that just made me talk to God more. Just praying at the plug, give me the light like Sean Paul. I ain't half the tip, I can still clip her like Paul George. Give I work like Job Corps, this life you would die for. It was funny as Seinfeld, what the fuck would you sign for? After you cook and clean it, under the sink is the pine saw. All these diamonds in my watch got me beating the time wrong. Born savage, cause havoc, mob deep, no quiet storm.
And I'm the prodigy, so we mob deep everywhere. These is prodigy, I'm a mob deep every pair, yeah.
You know I handle my business, you hear my daughter talk. Black leather trench, about to cut a nigga water off.
My baby told me to lay back tonight, put me in a Maybach tonight. Bet you Lil' Kim fucked in a 600, handle it like a real bitch, hella 100. My baby told me to lay back tonight, put me in a Maybach tonight. Bet you Lil' Kim fucked in a 600, handle it like a real bitch, hella 100.
I'm not a rapper, B, I ski Uzis, and I can't act, turned down 3 movies, got 3 groupies, took from 3 goofies, it's a rap here, we gon' pin them 3 doobies. Yo, respect the crooks, respect the look, 1 leg out the drop like respect the foot. Before you get the watch, go respect the book. If you get got, you got, just respect the jokes, nigga. They still unaware of this red cat, putting up red stats, ready to tear tracks. Ever since a kid, bubble bears and Air Max. When you do it big, be prepared for fair facts, a fair fact. Like what's up, high sun down when we run by, the gun high. Nick with the cannon sound like a drum line. We front line, front you and ready. Make sure to come by the flow deli for Mo Fetty. It's only 1 eye. This for the shooters, cocaine coppers, movers, not name droppers. Always quick to step on the scale like Weight Watchers. Mix the Tom Brown with Chanel, go plane watchers, go chain rockers, flame choppers, can't stop us. We be the council, high nigga, that's me, 2 fly niggas. Bank Matthews, Dave Hyatt, I'm high fishing. Take raffles, which buy a surprise winner. More birds than air fryer, surprise dinners.
My ride's vicious, talk money, my mind switches. VVS and wine wishes, big nose, disguise witness. Lost too many on the journey, yeah, glad I'm alive, bitches. Bitch, you can't line me up with God's clippers. A nigga tell he need 999 stitches. What time I'm stronger, my glow is my body armor. Dog, your favorite rapper can't see these hands just like he honored. 20 bodies every state, 30 grand in my Nike joggers. About 100 niggas pillaged in cities, we might be fathers. Through all adversity, I'ma get it regardless. I'm back to shining, performing with accurate timing. Look back at the lack reclining. 13 was cracking hymas. Rap demons been clowning the fuck out. Ecstatic is back to rhyming. Put your motherfucking cup up and toast to this masterminding. Money talks, big pack of diamonds. Don't catch a beating, so a window is thick as either or. Nothing you seen before. The bag I'm in is 14 keys or all. About style, I can teach you more. Needed stuck up the sneaker store. Took me 3 weeks or more. Stumbling out of the 4 Seasons store. Ain't no catching up, nigga. You see the score.
We true New Yorkers and Gucci joggers. I move through Harlem. Consignment flow like I got it from Fritz. I'm cool as autumn. Recruited sponsors that pull up in trucks that move like Tonka. Hit the States and became great. I feel like Luka Doncic. Fruit of my labor, delivered it rotten. Made sure I stayed close to a bill like Hillary Rodham. Grew up as menaces, had continuous issues and problems. Asking about pistols, we got them. Used to be the playground, now bitches, we swing them and slide them. How could you beef with your partner? Shake up to the feet, designer. Wake up with a freak named Tanya. Make up on my sheet, she wildin'. Taking out, I'm eating Italian. Trick what? Lace who? Nah, that ain't what Dave do. If you was about your paper, they'd have paid you. Ungrateful is the worst trait. I got on some shit, it's hard to pronounce what my shirt say. I caught the slime flu. At the same time, I hunger for more. In front of the store, jacket, army fatigue. It looked like I wanted a war. In front of your board, niggas have robbed you. Somebody killed you, and it get poured. Run through your city like we still on tour. Count up $1 million right on the floor. I got the spirit of Mr. Shakur. Spit in the camera, swear you ain't got all the answers. Watch who you letting in circle. I see niggas turning to cancer. How you tell them about body cell? They never heard of the Panthers. Question after question about this life, I deserve me some answers. College dropout, serving the campus, deserve me a mansion.
Look, pressure building, I never stress. It's headshots, you ain't stopping shit if you wear a vest. Body leaking, call housekeeping and here to mop up. I left so much blood on the floor, it can fill a hot tub. Look, these lazy niggas rather sleep than grind. I'm about to start myself a skincare business and a sneaker line. I'm trying to choose between 3 designs. Just speaking facts, and if the shoe fit, I got you if you need a size. Form a message that was more effective. A corner presence just get more respected. The pain in the bars just restore the essence. And where I'm from just made me more aggressive. Pray for better times while niggas prayed I lose. I paid my dues. We ain't got the same size shoes. I'ma be the best in whatever lane I choose. Stayed on my grind. Now my dreams feel like deja vu, nigga.
Look, I married the game, so I still engage in war. A predator destroys his prey, cause he never prayed at all. I play with force. I used to hustle right by the Asian store. I didn't plan it, but I seen murders that got my vision slanted. Slay the boss and niggas panic. Me and Shane the War got niggas frantic. We playing talk a different language, see. Every bar I spit is a horror flick. Fuck this artist shit, I'm hard as bricks. Was man of the house before my father split. My heart is sick, faces of victims that haunt me. Demons that taunt me, what you do when the fiend is your auntie. I got niggas in Timberlands that be dreaming and stomp me. Got the plug that'll kill your kid, he ain't seeing it promptly. Got the soul of a Vietnam vet who seen beyond death. And the gurney screaming for medics cause he need his arms checked. Used to commit crimes, back in 9-6 couldn't picture 6'9", cause when trouble is near, ain't nothing colorful here, nigga.
Back to live action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. Shout out to me for that mini mix. Shout out to DJ JLJ, man. He will be back here next week. You know what I'm saying? But Jay, word up, man. And I don't got my sound effects today, man. You know what I mean? But the show must go on, man. And like I said, man, getting back to it, man, we're going to get into these NFL scores, you know what I'm saying? For week 11, you know what I mean? We're going to start with Thursday night's action where the Tennessee Titans winning the Green Bay and beat the brakes off of the Green Bay Packers to the tune of 27-17. You know, King Henry went crazy, threw a touchdown pass and ran for a touchdown pass. And ran for
running back?
A running back, yes, he did.
Wow.
He did. Shout out to Derrick Henry. He's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like the Packers' chances of making the playoffs are slim to none. You know what I mean? The Titans moved on. And it looks like the Giants, despite the fact they lost today, wasn't a bad team after all because they cleaned up both of these teams. But moving on, the Washington Commanders beat the Houston Texans to the tune of 23-10.
Of course.
Carolina Panthers lose to the Baltimore Ravens 13-3.
As usual.
The Detroit Lions come into the MetLife Stadium and spank the Giants 31-18.
Trap game.
Change their diapers.
The Philadelphia Eagles barely beat the Indianapolis Colts to the tune of 17-16. The LA Rams lose to the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, the Rams are trash, by the way, man.
Yeah,
I had those guys, man. 27-20 was the score. The Rams go down again. Looks like they're Mr. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr.
I don't think he was just him, the answer.
Cooper,
They still have to the defense.
Yeah,
defense can't stop
too.
nobody.
But they definitely
Coop got
can't
hurt
stop
too.
nobody, but they ain't scoring no points either.
Coop got hurt too.
Yeah.
Can't stop nobody.
And moving on to the Jets. They go to Foxborough and got waxed.
Of course.
They scored 3 points.
Just 3 points.
And the Patriots only scored 10.
Shout out
So
to
their defense
JOJ.
held it down. Shout out to them and shout out to JOJ. Shout out to the Patriots.
Jets
for beating the Jets. So the Jets and Giants both lose today. You know, we can't talk bad about them. It's good times in New York sports right now. You know what I'm saying? And right now,
and the Knicks is losing.
The Buffalo Bills
The Bills won.
beat the Cleveland Browns to the score 31-23.
As usual.
The Atlanta Falcons beat the Chicago Bears 27-24. And currently in progress, the Las Vegas Raiders are down 7-0 to the Denver Broncos.
7-10.
Oh, it's 7-10 now. Shout out to Zai. He got the live update. I'm looking
Latest.
I'm looking at NFL.com. Shout out to Zai. Refresh. Word up. And the Cincinnati Bengals have a 3-0 lead in the first quarter against the
10-3.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Shout out to Zai again.
10-3.
But let me do the scores. Goddamn. Sheesh.
I'm just giving you the updated version.
Well,
The
give
man
us
wants
an
to
update
eat.
on what
The man wants to
man
eat.
wants to eat, man. Talk about what we doing tonight, Zai. What's on the menu for the game
man.
tonight and tomorrow?
Oh, we got some good stuff on the menu.
Let's go, man. Talk about it.
Tonight,
You look like
man.
you eat good.
Oh yeah, I always eat good. I like to enjoy my food. That's
As
why
you
I'm-
should.
That's
As you
why I'm
should.
fat now. I don't just eat. Just
Oh,
eat.
you
But we gonna
admitted
take it. We gonna take it. We gonna take it to LA, man.
Let's
And,
go.
And this is one of my personal favorites. I don't know about you guys, but we got the French dip sandwich, man.
What is that?
That is traditionally made of roast beef with served on the roll, however you like it, which dipped in a roast beef marinade or so.
Shout out
You
to
know,
Zai.
and it's actually a good sandwich to me. I think it's one of the best to me. But I love a good roast beef sandwich. But it's good.
Roast beef sandwich. What's on it again?
Whatever you want. You can have Swiss cheese. It's usually
okay.
it's usually made with Swiss cheese. You can have mozzarella. Provolone is good. I always have it with provolone, lettuce, tomatoes, however you want it. You just dip it in the French onion dressing.
French
you know?
onion dressing.
Yeah,
Shout
that go
out to
with it,
Zai.
the juice.
Yeah.
Well, back in the days, it was a store called
Oh,
No
bougie.
Names on Linden.
Oh, bougie
We used to
self,
get the
your
half.
bougie
We used
self.
to get the half of heroes, man. Roast beef was the choice of sandwich
Of course.
back
Yeah,
in the
but did
days.
they-
you know
but
what I'm
No
saying?
names.
But did they give
No
you the dip?
names.
Did
Now
they give
turning
you
to
the dip
green real
that
estate.
go with it, though?
Right. Say it
But
again,
did they
Zai?
give you the dip that go with it though?
Nah, they didn't. I'm gonna try that
They
though. I'm
give
gonna
you
try
the
that.
dip though.
I'm gonna try that. Zai,
That French dip is the truth.
Oh,
I be
bougie self.
trying a lot. I be
You're
trying a lot of these
bougie self,
dishes
yeah.
with Zai.
I mean, I
You're
don't eat it
bougie
with my
self.
pinky up.
Check
You know?
you
Yeah.
out.
I eat it with a paper towel. You gotta put a little paper towel on, so you don't mess your shirt up. But
What's on the drink menu?
definitely, I'm gonna go with a Moscow Mule.
A Moscow Mule with a
Yeah.
roast beef sandwich.
Traditionally,
Check you
know,
out.
Traditionally,
Let's
You know
go.
what I'm saying that's made
Okay.
with a little lime, a little juice, and over ice and ginger beer.
Check you out.
That's all. That's good, yo.
Okay. So what about tomorrow night?
Oh, we're gonna move to Arizona.
Let's go. Arizona is the place.
Arizona, man, and it's a few things
They hot.
that's associated with Arizona, but I'm gonna go with something that I like, and that's a chimichanga. You know what I'm saying?
Chimichangas.
Chimichanga.
Check you
know
out.
what
Tell
I'm
everybody
saying?
what that consists
That's
of.
the Arizona cuisine. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like a burrito. You know what I'm saying? It's Mexican cuisine, aka / American. You
Let's
got
go.
your beans, you got your beef, or chicken. You know, and rice, depending on what you want with it. And you have that wrapped up into a burrito style. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do.
And it's fried. Shout out to Zai, because that's one of my favorites, man. Whenever I go to El Patron over on Northern Boulevard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's a
we
very
know.
good spot, yeah.
And you know what he say after that, right?
Yeah.
And,
what's the
and
drink with that?
And we're gonna wash that down with Arizona's favorite, tequila sunrise.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
What's that consist of?
A tequila sunrise is a mix with tequila and orange juice served over. You know what I'm saying? What they got? Sausalito.
Check out
stuff
Zai.
like that. So
Check
we
you
good,
out. Ooh, the man loves to eat and he loves to drink, man. Every Sunday.
I'm fat for a reason.
Tell everybody where they
Tell
can
them
follow
again.
you at. Tell them again.
Every Sunday, I'm gonna give you the goods. I like to eat. I'm fat, and I'm getting ready to show y'all. I'm getting ready to show y'all what it is when I get on. But you can follow me on Instagram at ZyMean130. If you can follow me on Twitter at ZyFlair. You can follow me on Facebook at Zy Young. You know what I'm
Fat man scoop,
all day.
So Zai, talk a little bit about OBJ, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a rumor out there that he's gonna take a couple visits, man. Tell everybody where it's at.
OBJ. Well, Jerry Jones, our beloved owner. Yes, I'm a Cowboys fan, but our beloved
Sucks to be
owner
you.
Jerry Jones put it out there that Jerry Jones will look good once he puts on his star and the helmet and everything. So he sparked off a whole bunch of rumors and got the sports world talking about what is what. But he gets a meeting with us within the next week or so, a few days or so. Between us and the Giants, the only two people, well, he was at the Giants facility, but he didn't meet with Brass. He went to see about Sterling Shepard's injury. But, you know, he gets a meeting with the Cowboys, and his mutual interest between the only thing I would say is that our cap space, man. We only got $20 million in cap space.
You ain't got enough for him.
Yeah, so we don't know what type of money he want. And then you may want to add another piece or so, so we'll see. I mean, we got to only see how the meeting goes between him and Jerry. Man.
Well, I don't know about you, Tips. You want to add something on to that?
Tips gonna say Tips the hater.
Because go ahead, Tips. I know you want to add.
First of all,
something
he's
on
never going to be a Cowboy fan. Never going to be a Cowboy.
Well, let me stop you there, Tips. Let me stop you there.
Let's go.
Let me stop you there.
The only thing that
No.
the only reason he will ever be a Cowboy is Jerry Jones got to bring the truck, the armored truck to that nigga.
But listen,
the bank.
I actually agree with you, but for different reasons. Because Dak Prescott is not the quarterback that it doesn't match well with him. Dak Prescott currently is a dink and dump. He's not a go deep quarterback. He's a dink and dump passer. OBJ is a deep pass runner, receiver. So it's not going to work. Somebody with like Aaron Rodgers, Eli, like how it was, but Dak is not throwing the long ball like that. So it won't work with him. Unless you catch him in stride, and that's like rare for that. You know what I'm saying?
So the reason why I don't think that he's going to end up in Dallas is because, for one, I think he always wanted to be the focal point on offense. He always wanted to be the number one option, contrary to what anyone else
stomped
said.
the star.
You know what I mean?
In Dallas Stadium, he stomped the star.
Right
he would
now,
never be the fan. He'll never be a player.
If he goes to Dallas, he's not going to be the number one option.
Yeah.
He'll definitely take some pressure off of guys like CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? Michael Gallup. But
not to
he
mention
won't be the number one option.
Not to mention he's coming off an injury anyway. So
yes,
let's
he is
see
coming
how
off
he
an injury.
perform.
That's another thing. But you also forgot to mention that he's also visiting with the Giants after Thanksgiving as
No,
well.
I did
So he's
say that.
meeting.
I did say he was
Yeah,
missing-
so
he
he's
was
meeting with the Giants and the Cowboys. Pardon me.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that
After
part.
Thanksgiving
After
game.
Thanksgiving. Now, as of recent as of yesterday, the Giants announced that they are getting rid of that turf and going back to natural grass, which
Okay.
Odell Beckham loved the tweet because if we all remember, he injured himself on turf.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's not a fan of turf. And what
we
does
got-
Dallas
and
have?
we got turf.
Y'all got turf.
Yeah.
There we go. He loved the
Night-night.
video. He liked the video. I mean, he liked the tweet that the Giants put out. So that's like a telltale sign. A couple weeks ago, Saquon Barkley and him went back and forth on Twitter, and they said teammates. You know what I mean? Both laughing. So it's like he's loving the spotlight right now. But
He wants to
ultimately-
retire as a Giant.
Yeah, ultimately, I think he wants to get back into the New York market.
I think that it would work better if he did go to New York.
Yeah, because he's an immediate number one option.
Daniel Jones is a gunslinger.
Yes.
He'll be immediate number one option.
Yes.
And they got a running back to make things better for him.
Yes.
So
of course,
you don't know how to even prepare. 'Cause
Exactly.
you can run a play action and you don't know if it's going to go to Saquon or him.
Exactly.
So ultimately he wins in the end, and plus New York is a big market.
And they don't have the money to pay
Not
him.
to say Dallas is, but they got the money
They
probably
got the
more
money.
than what we got.
Yeah. They don't have the money right now to pay him. They
What's
got
the
to
cap
maneuver.
space?
They got to maneuver. They don't have enough cap space to fit him under. They got to do a lot of maneuvering. Kenny
But they can
Galladay
give him
got to
shorts.
take. Kenny Galladay got to take his
They
pay
can
cut.
give him some shorts.
They can give him some
They
shorts.
get to make for the rest of the season.
Yes, for the rest of the season.
And then they can re-talk, sit down and
After-
re-talk to him
after
after
the
the
season.
season is
sure,
over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure if he feels the situation is better, that he'll go there knowing that he'll eventually get paid.
You like mine
because the situation is better anyway. So he'll definitely do better there because Dak is not the type of quarterback for him.
Yeah,
It's not going to work. Dak doesn't throw the deep ball often. I mean, he threw more to Dez, but Dez is no longer there.
And Dez had to force him to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And it was a problem. So
course.
he's a dink and dump pass quarterback. So
he's
it's
a
not
game
going to work.
manager. But according to his brother, Dak is top 6 quarterback in the league.
Well,
Shout out to his
I would
brother.
hope my brother say that about me too.
You better promote him. You better promote him.
That's my brother. He's supposed to say that.
You better promote him.
I'm supposed to be number one.
Oh man. So moving along, man. It is week 11,
Yeah, man.
and we know what that means.
Uh-oh.
Deshaun Watson
Yeah,
is finally back in practice with the Cleveland Browns, and he will officially be back and eligible to play in week 13, 2 weeks from now,
So-
against his former team, the Houston Texans.
So that means that you're leaving MetLife and you're going to join the dog pound?
Yeah, I ain't say all that now. You're gonna see a lot more Deshaun Watson jerseys on the screen.
I'm going by what you said
Listen,
earlier.
man,
Like,
that's my guy.
new team is
That's my
Cleveland.
guy. I mean, listen, man. I can't tell you niggas nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the Browns stand at 3-7. So
Jesus,
he's expected to come back. You know what I mean? On December the 4th against the Houston Texans.
They're not going.
And what will be his first NFL regular season game in 700 days.
Damn.
700. Like, he did a bid.
That's over 3.
Yeah, he did a bid. Now, my question to y'all is, does it make sense for him to come back when it's really virtually impossible for them to make the playoffs this season?
Yeah. Because,
Why is that?
Because my personal take is he's been out 2 years. I want him to come back, get the feel of everything. You can salvage what you want for this season,
of course,
but he come back, get into the grip of things. Then you get a full off season, practice and all that, everything to going into next season, and then you can expect that. You can't. This season might be a wash. Let's just put that away.
Yeah, at
You know what I'm
3-7, they gotta go. They gotta win
They
the
gotta
rest of
win
their
out.
games out.
But
Yeah.
but you know what?
They
I'm
gotta
not
go
at
10 and
this
7.
point. If I'm the office, I'm not looking at that. I want him to get on the field as much as he can to get back in playing shape, so that next season, also with the off season, when next season come, he can be that guy again.
Yes. Shout out
That's
to Big
what I
Wayne.
want.
Big Wayne said yes, he does need the reps. Now,
Yeah, that's what I want.
does he make the team better?
Who?
That remains to be seen.
Deshaun Watson.
That remains to be seen.
Hell yeah, he make them better. What do you mean it remains to be
That
seen?
remains to
Are
be
you
seen.
crazy?
That
You
remains-
see what he got over there, and I don't understand. I mean, Jacoby Brissett.
I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead,
this.
Tips.
But
Go
you're
ahead.
going off of the Houston Deshaun Watson. You don't know
What changed?
Watson,
You don't know.
Watson,
He didn't get injured.
Watson is going to have a lot of rust.
Exactly.
He's going to have a lot of rust. As far as all that being game ready, it may take him a game or two. Maybe. Because all that running for your life, that's going to be, you got to be in the moment. He hasn't been in the moment for almost a year and 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah,
700.
about
2 years, right?
They try to
Come
keep the
on.
black man down for 2
Come
years.
Come on.
Word up.
He hasn't been in a game since 2 years. What you expect him to go out there to do?
But-
Some Michael Jordan shit?
But hold on. But he has been practicing.
Some
He's
Tom
been
Brady
practicing.
shit?
He was practicing with the team until he served the
He,
suspension.
and then when he played the preseason games, he was looking lost out there.
Word?
He was looking a little sluggish. Yes, he did.
All the massages? Boy.
Yeah, boy.
That might be why. He took all the energy out of it.
Yeah. I give him at least a game or two, man. At least a game or two.
At least. I'm gonna give him that in the whole off season.
Wow.
Because that way, I'm just saying he needs to step in as soon as possible so that next year, because this year
don't have no chemistry.
This year might be on top of that. This year's a wash.
It's all about chemistry.
And next year they have the chemistry.
He may not have no chemistry with a receiver or the tight end or the running back.
Boom.
You know,
That's
to
what
throw
I'm
down
saying.
the field to make offense look better.
That's
you
what
know.
that's
All
what
about
I'm
how
saying.
the timing might be a little off. That's why I said it might be a game or two.
I'm saying he needs as much time as he can get.
He giving
so
him,
they
he
can
giving him a whole season.
No. I mean, it's what's their record again?
They're 3-7. 3-7 now.
That's
Yeah.
10 games. They got 6 more. They got 6 more to go. I'm gonna give him until next year because let him get as much reps as he can get
What you
in
mean 6
between
more?
that.
It's 18 weeks, so they got 7 more.
All right,
games.
7 more. They're not making the playoffs. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
They're not making the playoffs. Let him come in and get as many snaps as he can so he can get that rust off and get a full off season of training and working out. So by the time they go next season, it should be no excuses. None.
I kind of agree. I agree with Zah.
Yeah.
I do feel that, he definitely needs to knock some of the rust off. But talent-wise, I don't think it's going to take him that long to adapt back to the game. He's been playing football for how many years? I mean, yes, he took 2 years off, but 2 years don't kill over 10, 12, 13, 14 years of playing a sport that you love.
But you only play once a week. It's not like you're
What
playing
you
every
mean?
other day.
They practice every day. They worked
He
out
played
every
a
day.
preseason game or two, and he was looking lost out there on the field.
Yeah, but you got to also take into consideration that new offense, new teammates.
That's why I said a
You know what I
game
mean?
or
He was looking
two.
lost,
He said
yeah.
the whole season.
But
No, I ain't saying the whole season. It's 6 games. It's 8 games
Right,
left.
but
That's
you said
all
the
I
whole
said.
season because you said next year he would be ready next
Yeah,
year
but
to go with
it's
them teams.
already 10 games in.
yeah, I agree with Zah.
So
I
he
agree
got
with
8
Zah.
left. Let him get his snaps off
Yeah, he
in
got-
that. Win or lose, and then you get a full off season. You get
That's
the
why I
rust
told him
off.
2 games.
You shake the rust off. The rust is off, and then he get a full off season of training and knowing his teammates, and then they can start the next season fresh.
So where do y'all rank Deshaun Watson as far as quarterbacks in the league today?
Can't rank. I
You
can't
can't rank him right now because
Come
he's not
on,
playing.
man, off of his body of work. Let's
Off
act
of
like
his
he played
body of
before.
work?
Yes.
Out of
Because
what? Out of what?
He's gonna.
Out
Because
of
remember,
what?
y'all talking
Out of
like
what?
y'all talking like he was injured.
Out of
He
what?
wasn't
No,
injured.
no.
Out of what?
He wasn't
Huh?
hurt.
Out of his
what?
body of work playing as
Out
an
of how many
NFL
players?
quarterback. Out of
50?
all
20?
NFL quarterbacks in the league, where would you rank Deshaun Watson as far as
He
all
was definitely
quarterbacks in the
definitely
league?
a top 10 quarterback.
Top
before
10?
Before he got
Before he got
into
here,
the
Before
situation.
he
Before
got
in the
into all of
situation.
that.
Yes.
He's definitely top
Okay.
10.
So let me be more
I
specific.
give him a top 20 player now.
So okay, quarterback.
Quarterback?
Quarterback?
Now.
Quarterback?
Now.
You mean
He
now?
hasn't played 2
Bugging.
years. You don't know what he's going to do. You don't know what he's going to
Yo,
do.
Tips, you are bugging out.
All right.
Top
That means you
20?
guarantee- I give him
Top 20 quarterback?
Right now.
Quarterback.
Right now.
So you saying
He
Tua,
hasn't played for 2 years.
So
What
hold
you
on, let
want
me
him
ask
to do?
you. Tua Tagovailoa is better than Deshaun Watson?
Nah. Before he got into that situation,
Okay.
no.
No, and Miami is one of the top teams in the league, right?
Right.
Is Lamar Jackson better than Deshaun Watson?
No, before he got into that situation.
Right.
Okay. Currently, is Aaron Rodgers better than Deshaun Watson?
Yes.
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 What about Tom Brady?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had a ring when your man went out that year.
Is Dak Prescott better than Deshaun Watson?
Now?
Yes.
No.
No.
Okay. Is Kirk Cousins better than Deshaun Watson?
Yes.
No.
You say yes, Tips?
Yeah. Look at the record.
What?
The record speak for itself.
Yo.
Whoa. The record speak for itself. The record speak for itself.
Yo, you put
Let's
Kirk.
get back to that game.
Kirk
Let's
Cousins.
get back to that game.
Kirk Cousins
Let's
over
get back to that
Deshaun
game.
Watson. Yeah, because this Knicks game is
Right.
about
Let's
over
get back
right
to
now.
that game.
God damn, Knicks out here getting spanked right now.
Right.
When Tips want to turn the channel,
Right.
you know
Let's
it's
get
real.
back to that game.
So y'all are telling me that Kirk Cousins right now is better
Look
than
where he
Deshaun
getting his
Watson.
team to
Currently,
play.
as they stand at
As they
8-1.
stand, yes.
As
Okay.
they stand at
Yes.
8-1.
Yes.
Yo.
Are you bugging?
Oh
You
my
bugging to think
God.
differently. He's playing right now, ain't he?
Yes.
Okay then. You bugging to talk about your man better than this.
Deshaun Watson is better than Kirk Cousins. I don't care if he took 5 years off.
Nah,
He's better than Kirk Cousins.
Well, he got to
Kirk
get out there and
Cousins
play.
can't. Yo,
You
the
like
man, the man can only play at a certain time of the day. You know what I'm saying? Let's get
At
to
a
that.
certain time of the year.
At a certain time of the day, like on Sundays, they said that he's a creature of habit. Like the 1 o'clock games, he's gonna shine. When he plays in games after 1, like
4 or 5 o'clock
4:15
and all
and
that.
8 o'clock, or Monday night, he's a different Kurt Warner.
But he's good
Kirk
on
Cousins.
Sunday nights though.
He's gonna.
He's not good in the playoffs
Yeah.
either.
And he's definitely not good in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But they are good this year, and you got to give it to them. But
Yeah,
They relevant.
Justin Jefferson is a real big reason of
He's
why
a problem.
he's yes.
Who's
He's
giving
a
him the ball?
I mean,
Who
listen,
giving him the ball?
Dan Marino could come out of retirement
He's
right
a
now and do that.
problem.
But I'm just saying.
Justin
Who's giving him the ball?
Kirk Cousins, yes. He
Who's
is.
giving him the ball?
He's
Yeah.
a gunslinger.
Bottom line.
He's a gunslinger.
Is
Come
Baker
on.
Mayfield better than Deshaun Watson?
No.
Is Josh Allen better than Deshaun Watson?
No.
Whoa. You what?
You say
No.
Josh Allen's better than Deshaun Watson?
No.
Currently. I'm talking about currently.
Oh,
Currently, yes.
We can't answer
Currently,
that.
yes.
We talking currently,
But
about
skill
before.
wise, or before? Hell no.
No.
Definitely ain't
No,
better
no,
than
no,
Deshaun
no, before,
Watson.
no.
Before,
Because he was still learning.
No,
He was
not
still
just
learning.
no. Hell
Josh
no.
Allen was still learning.
Hell no.
Josh Allen was still learning.
Is Deshaun Watson better than Danny Dimes?
Yeah.
Now?
Yes,
No.
now.
See, you
Yes,
can't. Y'all
now.
moving. You can't move the goalpost.
Yes, now.
You can't move the goalpost.
Y'all talking about before
No.
before
All right.
before
All right.
the 2
Listen.
years?
No.
Or after the
I'm
2
gonna ask
years?
you.
Which
I'm
one
ask
we
you.
doing?
I'm gonna ask you.
What we doing?
If we talking, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
What are we doing?
Listen to what I'm saying, Tips.
What are we doing?
If we talking before he got to his nonsense, yes.
Yeah.
If we talking afterwards, Danny Dimes is decent at best.
Exactly.
Right,
At
exactly.
best.
He's
At best.
Yeah, listen.
I would still take Deshaun
my
Watson
quarterback.
over Danny Dimes.
Of course. Of course. And if you say
After
other than that,
700
Tips,
games,
you wild.
I would still take
You worse than
Deshaun
mother.
Watson down. He gonna shake the
You
roster.
haven't seen what he done yet, so you got to see what he do
Yo,
first,
he
man.
wasn't hurt. Y'all making it seem like he's
No,
coming
we're
back
not
from an
talking
injury.
about that. No.
All right,
I'm
just
talking-
get back
I'm
in the
talking about
football
layoffs.
safe
I'm
as
talking about
nothing.
layoffs.
All right.
I'm talking about layoffs.
Okay.
Because it took Michael Vick a minute to get back in the game, play ready.
And Michael Vick
When
was in prison.
but it was
3 years. No, a year and a half.
a year and a half.
Yeah.
So, same
But he
thing like
still-
Watson.
But he still came back in a year and a half.
How many games?
That wasn't
How many
700 games.
How many games?
That wasn't
it took him to
700.
get
That wasn't 700 days.
That wasn't 700 days?
Whoa.
No.
How many games did it take Michael Vick to get the game ready?
And played himself
So
back
good
to
night, Ted.
100 and played himself back to $100 million contract.
Right. How many games?
See, Andy Reid is a different type of
It
dude.
wasn't 700 days though.
It wasn't
It
700.
had to be 700 days, but
Okay.
he still sat. He was suspended first, and then he went to prison, right?
So,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we talking about that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now he didn't touch no ball for almost like 2 years, right?
Uh-huh.
Same scenario,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Okay, so how many games did it take Michael Vick? Y'all still ain't answering my question. How many games did it take Michael Vick to get game ready?
I mean, it took him about half a season. And he still didn't start when he got game ready because they still have McNabb. That's a fact. So now,
right? Come on,
so
we're gonna talk about that.
They had Campbell Soup.
So is Deshaun Watson better than Russell Wilson?
No.
What?
Not well.
What? Before Ciara
gave
gave him the box or after he gave him the box?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
See how you put it.
That's
You
what I'm
don't
saying.
look good.
No, he was playing good when he was getting the box. It's just that he
No, he
started
wasn't.
playing like trash after Future said he's still smashing on C.
Right.
That's
Still smashing.
when the nonsense started. He was thinking he was getting the box and popping kids, and he was still playing.
You got to keep this in mind. Russell Wilson is always short, so he's playing always against the odds.
Yes.
You know, he was
Yes.
playing always against the
What is
odds.
he, 5'10"?
You know what I'm saying?
5'10".
Right. He was always playing against the odds. Remember, he got a Super Bowl in Seattle too, right?
He would have two though. Let's look at that.
If they'd
He
have
would
gave the
have
ball to
two.
Marshawn Lynch.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a whole fact.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
So
it's
okay.
not like, he was always going against what the commentators always put out for him.
So I got one last one for you.
Oh Lord.
Is he better than Justin Herbert?
Yeah.
So I said that with ease. What about you, Tips? Is he better than Justin Herbert?
Yeah, he better than Justin Herbert.
Oh!
But Justin Herbert is up and coming.
Oh,
Justin Herbert is up
man.
and coming.
Okay. What about Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
There we go. So I rest my case, man. So we're going to go into one more spin cycle, man. And when we come back, man, we're going to get into this hip-hop shot clock, man. Don't forget, the number to call in is 516-206-0711. I see we got some listeners today, man, checking in, man. We giving away a free Bars and Hoops prize package if you get one of the questions that I say is a question that you need to call in and answer to get this prize package from the station. Don't forget, the Unprofessionals.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
The Unprofessionals. Every Sunday, 4 to 6, live on Bars and Hoops Radio. Check in with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still early. You got a whole half.
Okay.
Got a whole half.
It's a lot of football.
A lot of football.
Declining y'all gifts, sipping wine as we reminisce on my first venture, first startup that I invest. Some say I'm the only one left. Now these capitalists say I got my fingers on the pulse. The global minded find that I'm quiet the most. If my life was a movie, I'm the Stanley Kubrick of music. I slid through the transatlantic slave trade. No warning, no promo, I just do. Sky's not my limit, it's just the view. How do I live forever? It's through you. The listeners, this occurs when Alan the chemist in the kitchen, the shit is innate. It's in us, it's written, it's fate. We show growth. Anybody who against it, that's hate. I say I'm still the same, except the chain, the whip, the crib, the bitch, the pool, the house, and where I live, the kicks I wear, no fucks I give. They keep the score with shit that don't matter. Can't remember my 30s, need to make some new stories, more unforgettable. Not seeing Corey if Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris was one. We live a life, a glorious one. 40 of Vernon Thun, Mega Knot, who I met through this music shit. We from the block, a brother I grew up with. Love.
Dreams of better living came into fruition and exceeded what we envisioned. Glory awaits the ambitious. You either apply pressure or feel it. Struggle inspired me to hustle justifiably, conspiring to acquire what was once denied to me was mine if I wanted it. Confronted with decisions of going in with rhymes or rubber grips. I chose wisely, knowing I walked within the shadow of death with elaborate steps. The road to riches is cold and vicious. Some expire before quiet growth and wisdom. Is knowing when the co-defendant tone is different. Say less, listen, you can hear conviction. Learn from adversity, stand on integrity, and don't abandon these principles for anything. Not for nothing, I put that on everything. Real is standing, not optional, unless you're fake. Many traits but can't replicate. Artistry, me and Nas embody poetic grace. In many ways I've changed. Since selling weight on my shoulders, the devil came to me in the dream and promised me things to test my faith. I stayed true to God, all praise due. A serpent don't concern me, I'm resistant to snake moves. Dreams of better living came into fruition and exceeded what we envisioned. Glory awaits the ambitious. You either apply pressure or feel it.
Late in the evening, out in the square, a man in a raincoat.
Yeah.
Standing there.
I put that on Nessa, if I make it, then we good. Chillin' on the corner, but I'm famous in my hood. Young Queens nigga wouldn't change it if I could. I'ma buy a rape, then I'ma bring it through the hood and let my niggas spin the block. Take pics with their chains out. Niggas getting shot cause they ain't really what they claim now. Bitches moving hot cause they think they know the game now. Put me in a box, but I was Gucci when I came out. Off top, we know you not what you rap. I just got me a pack, so I ain't going home like I got knocked with the strap. It's not a joke, when you hear that knock, knock, it's a rap. In the chat, try and see if the pro line hit me back.
All I need in this life of sin is a line and some hustlers that like to spin. When I pull up, ain't a question if she might get in. That money stashed, so they thirsty, try and wifey him. It's been a while since I ran up in app and hit wild shit. I'ma grind to my guys on the jet like the hound whip. It was days I put the chicken on flights with a down bitch. Fuck a vacay, you out the same day, that's a round trip. I definitely could coach her about chefing with the Yola. I cooked the whole thing and gave the extras to the soldiers. I catch you out your range, then it better be a rover. I'm trying to get out the game, but I can never give the flow. Put that on Billy, if I make it, then we good. Chillin' on the corner, but I'm famous in my hood. Young Queens nigga wouldn't change it if I could. I'ma go and buy a Wraith and I'ma bring it through the hood and let my niggas spin the block. Take pictures with they chains out. Niggas getting shot cause they ain't really what they claim now. Bitches moving hot cause they think they know the game now. Put me in the box, but I was Gucci when I came out.
Cake, 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 cake. I've been making cake like a nigga work for Drake.
Super rich, daddy, you
so
know that.
Fly, I be on G4s. So high that there's never detours. Can a young nigga sling drugs anymore? Without the D's, have me sweat out my velours. No t-shirt, just what Cubans on. Louboutins, brown skin, mommy screaming you the dawn. Door swing different on a coupe. I come a long way from just sitting on a stoop. Versace frames, I can see it all, paint a picture. Michelangelo, paint dripping on the scriptures. And this is just for Sunday whip. Pull out the Range Rover for my Monday trips. And that's just brainwash on the wall. Late night sports center showing us on the floor.
Survive or die, shit. Survive or die, shit. Survive or die, shit.
Went from math class with a tutor. Now I'm trying to cop a S-class pseudo. See the ice in his chain there, cool off. I'll show your ass and make it rain there, Rudolph. South by Southwest with Louis luggage. My behind the scenes can make a movie of it. New Yukon XL, the groupies love it. I do it big, interior got the Coochie colors. You can roll with me, just gotta be paid. Your wife, she could go with me, just gotta behave. Now a man, he a hater, stay throwing me shade. The Versace retailer, stay throwing me shades. Cause my gift, they light the candle like it's Hanukkah. I think their name was Candy and Veronica. Now they arguing like Brandy and Monica. You can't see like Stevie with the harmonica. You see me in that party, how my wrist shine. Word the party, you already know I get fly. Diamond D on the beat with Joe and Raekwon.
And Frederico from this day on. Survive or die, shit. Survive or die, shit. Survive or die, shit.
on,
The
yo.
wild bones hanging with the homies, chopping up rocks, cutting hair, buying gear, flying weird to the luxury parts in France. Nigga, pull up your pants. They see the jury on us, they trans. In the bags, it's like the Scarface movie. 10 niggas walked in the bank, red bottoms on in the Coogee. Buffalo soldiers with bread, wheel a big nose Benzies. Stop in front of Jimmy's with the Timmys. Few years later, all in Gators we paid. Bank accounts look like bank accounts. The wave is the shit. Something that my mama said, karma is real deal. Either you get on or get killed. Salute the East Pop, welcome to the state. The Bronx put us on. Yeah, from digging in the crates, pay your homage. Stay in drama, collect the llama, smoking good boy, pulling dawns out in Ferragamos. Read the shit, read the shit. Couple legends that live good. Blow your ass up if you flake, it's just a message. Grown and reckless, still humble, love the jungle. Yeah,
Die for this necklace. Survive or die shit. Survive or die shit. Survive or die shit.
Yeah. Let me get it together. Look. 5 Cubans over this chrome heart. Got all this ice on my chest to go with my cold heart. Christian lube, spikes on the bottoms, not on the toe part. As far as the bars go, I just go in and I throw darts. My man played with keys like he was Mozart. Now he in the feds till his children become adults for the most part. Seen that bitch that did me dirty, gave me that broken heart. She was on the back of the bus watching this Rosa Park. Whoa, got a part in my sense of humor. Look, if I offended you, wasn't my intentions to do it. It's just I ain't sparing no feelings when my pen is moving. I've been in shootings and I sent men to intensive unit. You ain't winning while I'm in it like MJ did the UN. I don't play ball, but Nike just sent my signature shoe in. That shit speak volumes about the business I'm doing. Link with Trader Truth and J-Tom when I'm visiting Houston, nigga. Got a homie from round my way, Bobby Flay when it come to the stove. Now we in the feds till he over 100 years old. He stuck to the code, made a promise he wasn't gon' fold. Pressure bust pipes, little nigga, no wonder you told. I live on the charts now, this is my humble abode. Less than 2 years, I done reached every one of my goals. If it's go time, you know that I'm coming with pole. I'm trying to see how many shots that your stomach can hold. Smoke a blunt of pressure so I can get some clarity. I take care of everybody who gon' take care of me. Conway cares, I started my own charity, but still nobody cheered for me. What happened to them niggas that told me they always here for me? Niggas don't even hit my line no more, that shit is weird to me. I just know they sound eerily similar to the shit you hear from me. I influence their music, that shit clear to see. Machine, bitch.
Street, yo, where it happen at? Street, it's where they clapping at. Street, it's where the action at. Street, it's where they packing at. Street, it's where it's cracking at. Street, bringing it back to that. Street, bringing your gat to that. Street, start hanging back to my that. My niggas wild where it's rough at. Die where they bust at. My murdering guys, slinging them pies where they lust at. On corners where they hang most. Name boats and bank toast. Drive with the thing close. Slide where the days post. Empty clips are thumb out. Cold fiends are strung out. Broke niggas bum out. Jakes holding their gun out. With back streets are taped up. Bodies laying face up. Cash running with apes up. The spots get them tapes up. The street lamps are blown out. Mad bitches to bone out. When niggas peep your home out. And flip when they zone out. Thugs bringing the street war. But shots let the heat roar. Taking trips to be more. With bricks up in the feed door. The towns where they spray shit. Bust rounds of lay shit. Selling pounds of cray shit. The clowns get their face lit. Spots with gas pop off. Shots clear the block off. Slugs knock your block off. That heavy leaking hot sauce. Street, so where it happen at. Street, it's where they clapping at. Street, it's where the action at. Street, it's where they packing at. Street, it's where it's cracking at. Street, bringing it back to that. Street, bringing your gat to that. Street, start hanging back in that. On the corners where the dice roll. The clubs where the ice glow. The lames get their life stolen. Bleed from a knife hole. Niggas laying they law down. Some draw with a 4-pound. PJs are tore down. Thugs will lay your whore down. Street blocks with the lick shots. The rock with the 5th got. Kids cop the 6 drops from brick rocks and ziplocs. Town where niggas kill at. Posting where it's real at. Keep a gas concealed at. See a phone you kill at. Strip where you get ripped off. Hot leg you licked off. Frontin' and your clicks off or your jewels get stripped off. Sidewalks where they creep up. Get locked up with a sweep up. Kids running where he's up. Lifting both of your feet up. Niggas they let their gun loose. They wild guns loose. Scat up under the chin. Blow a nigga shit through the sunroof. The side where they pack knives. The chrome gas shine. You try to clap mine. You out of line. Niggas get flatline. Street, you where it happen at. Street, this where they clapping at. Street, this where the action at. Street, this where they packing at. Street, this where it's cracking at. Street, bringing it back to that. Street, bringing your gat to that. Street, start hanging back and out. Chickens that get your Kool-Aid. For rocks in the blue face. Niggas giving their screw face. For the loot in their suitcase. Spots the blood spill on. The dealers clock the mill on. Murderers get the kill on. Mad cash is still on. Beef turn into combat. For life so they palm gas. Little kids they harm that. Put bombs where your mom's at. Niggas tied up and kidnapped. Smacked up with big gas. Get found with their wig crack. Leave them right where they live at. Guns with infrared beams. Blood flowing in red streams. Mad felons with breast teams. Running from the Fed team. Little shorties are knocked up. Straight giving their crotch up. Juveniles inside the P nows with their ox up. Crack blocks and weed spots. The fiends in the detox. Some rolling the 3 drops. Others ain't got a peapot. Bitches to get their hoe on. Slow dough on and so on. Spot a nigga with glow on. With dick they can blow on. Street, you where it happen at. Street, it's where they clapping at. Street, it's where the action at. Street, it's where they packing at. Street, it's where it's cracking at. Street, bringing it back to that. Street, bringing your gat to that. Street, start hanging back in that. Street, you where it happen at. Street, it's where they clapping at. Street, it's where the action at. Street, it's where they packing at. Street, it's where it's cracking at. Street, bringing it back to that. Street, bringing your gat to that. Street, start hanging back in that.
Back to live action.
Yeah.
Shout out to G-Rap, man. Yo, word up, man. G-Rap been in the game for what, about close to 40 joints?
Legendary stuff.
Still giving these dudes problems out here, man. That's the type of music I grew up on. You know what I'm
Legendary.
saying? And we ain't out here acting like these drill rapper babies out here killing each other. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, G-Rap was one of my favorite coming up, man. You know what I mean? So, we reached the point of our show, man, where we going to give y'all a little quiz on hip-hop, man. You know what I'm saying? I know some of the questions most people don't get, but it's also a way to give everybody a little lesson about hip-hop and just sports in general. You know what I'm saying? So I got some bright brothers in here with me. You know what I'm saying? I would say that they're musically inclined, and they definitely get into sports a lot. So we're about to put them on the hot seat and ask them a few questions, man. So we got about 15 questions today, gentlemen. Are you ready?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, now. Question number 1. The Kansas City Chiefs. This Kansas City Chief linebacker was a terror on defense in the 90s. Who is he? Oh, my God. This Kansas City Chiefs linebacker was a terror on defense in the 90s. Who was he?
I know his name started with, I know it was Derek.
Shout out to Zai. Derek what? The nickname was DT. He was the
Derek
DT.
Thomas.
Derek Thomas. Shout out to
Yeah.
Tips.
Yeah.
Word up. And he doesn't get his respect because everybody want to put this young boy from Dallas over him. Talking about, oh, we haven't seen anybody since. Yeah, Michael Parsons over him. We haven't seen anybody him. Yeah, exactly. They call him Michael Parsons next LT. But what about Derek Thomas? Derek Thomas was that guy. A lot of people just look over him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Zai, man. Shout out to Tips for finishing it off. Okay. This is a trick question. Who holds the record for the most points scored in a basketball game on any level in the United States?
Will.
Wrong. This is a lesson for everybody out there. Like I said, on any level, meaning high school, junior high school, college, NBA.
What's my man?
Street ball.
Daquan.
No.
Why you say no? You even know.
It's not him. You talking about the one that
DeJuan Wagner.
DeJuan Wagner. No. Doesn't hold the record.
Damn.
Who holds the record for the most points scored in a basketball game on any level in the United States?
Me.
So I know y'all not gonna get it. So this is a history lesson because I found this out too.
Yeah.
It was a 13-year-old 8th grader by the name of Bob Harrison. He scored 139 points on February the 3rd, 1941. You want to know what the final score of the game was?
What?
139-8. So he scored all the points.
All the points.
Bob
all
Harrison. Yes.
Damn.
He scored all the points. I ain't going to say he took all the shots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He scored 139 points on February the 3rd, 1941. The score was 139-8. He was an eighth grader, 13 years old.
You
Dug in the crates for that one. Word.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How many times did Wilt Chamberlain score 100 points?
Once.
Wrong.
Twice.
It was twice. Correct. In 1962, he scored it against the Knicks, and he also scored over 100 points against the Knicks. And another one was in an amateur league game. He scored over 100 points.
You learn something new every day.
When was the last time a player scored 100 points in a game on any level?
On any level.
On any level.
I can't. Yo, what's wrong with you this week, man?
I mean, I'm just a history lesson too. This is the lesson. You learn something new every day.
I don't know,
That's what y'all say. You don't know, right?
I don't know.
All right. The basketball junkies out there would probably know.
I don't know.
You're a basketball junkie. So, the last time a person scored over 100 points in a game on any level was in 2010. It was 105 points scored by Corey Fisher in Dykeman.
Wow.
Fisher scored 72 points by the end of the third quarter.
Epic to see that.
By the end of the third quarter, and scored. He went 23 of 28 from the 3-point line. So 23 of his points came from 23 of his field goals came from 3-point range. Now, the only other person that I've seen score a wild, ridiculous amount of points in the tournament was Kurt from Jackson. He scored 78 points in 15 Park back in the early 2000s against a barbershop team from Laurelton. I'll never forget that. He had 78 points. The week before that, he had 45 against us. You know what I mean? Shout out to my team. But yeah, Kurt was tough. All right, here we go. Now we're going to get to some regular questions, man. What school did Kareem Reed play college basketball for?
Arkansas.
Shout out to Zai. You got that one with no problem. Fly Williams was a legendary basketball star from what borough?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is the answer. Brownsville, Brooklyn. Shout out to Fly Williams. Right now, he's making license plates, but hey, you know, we all got decisions in life, right?
Good or bad.
Good or bad. Word. Inga De Carlo Fung Marchand is the name of this popular female rapper.
Foxy Brown.
Shout out to Zai. He out there. You got her post on your wall, huh? Check you out. Def Jam Records was founded in what year?
83?
No.
94.
94. Shout out to Tips.
Wait. 82?
No.
I'm not going to guess.
1984.
It was 84.
Damn.
84.
I said
Yes.
94.
He said 94. Tips gave him a whole 10 years extra. Boy. Shout out to Tips. Word up, man. Which former rap star played in the movie Ted as John Bennett? Former rap star.
Marky Mark.
Shout out to Zai. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Word the mother. Word up. Which female rapper released the single Work It in 2002?
Missy.
Shout out to Zai. You listen to that type of music? Check you out.
Yeah. Go!
Go! Let's go! Word up, man. Word up, man.
You done gave yourself up there, man.
Gave yourself up. Let's go!
I'm saying, man. Hey.
Yeah. What part of Virginia is the Clips from?
What part?
Virginia
Yes.
Beach.
Shout out to Tips. You got that with no problem. Word up, man. What year did the Clips make their hip-hop debut?
Oh, shit.
2001.
Hell no. No.
2000.
Y'all going way too far. I was surprised, too, with this answer.
2004.
No. Wasn't in the 2000s.
99.
Close, but no cigar.
98.
Very close, but no cigar.
This is 97.
1994 was the year, and I was surprised.
Clips?
Yes.
What, who?
under Star Trek. Pharrell had them all that
been
long.
around since '94.
Yeah, remember, Pharrell been around for a long time. Remember, Teddy Riley discovered Pharrell when he moved to Virginia. Word, 1994. Man, nobody
know that.
Again,
They're not relevant until the late 90s, early 2000s.
Damn, see, there we go.
You
Use
know?
that word.
Patty cake.
Relevant.
I'm the baker's
Word.
man.
They was not really relevant until the late 90s, 2000s.
Facts.
Patty cake.
Check you out.
Yeah, what was the other one? Popeyes?
Yeah.
Chicken and fries.
That
Cam on the hook.
That was Cam's song.
Had the Cam
That was
on the
Cam's
hook.
song.
What is the name of Pharrell Williams' clothing line?
Billionaire Boys Club.
Check you out, Si. You sharp today, kid. Word up. Who's the first hip-hop icon to create a clothing line?
The first hip hop icon
LL.
to
Wrong.
create
To create
clothing line?
a clothing line.
How was it not L?
It's not LL.
Jay.
Definitely not LL. Definitely not Jay.
No, it ain't none of that.
Definitely not.
He
Ain't
said
none of that.
Ain't none of that.
Icon. Yes, an
to
icon.
create a clothing line.
To create a clothing line, a clothing brand. Yep.
That's nothing.
This one is easy. I'm surprised y'all struggling
who?
on this one. Hell no.
No,
Woo.
you're going too far.
You going way too far.
You're going too far. The clothing line.
Run DMC.
Wrong. What clothing line did Run DMC create?
Word, what they created?
Oh shit.
You lost me. You lost me that one.
Oh my God. Y'all give up?
Yeah.
Russell Simmons, man. Fat
Oh,
Farm.
yeah.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Shit.
1992, Fat Farm.
We looking
came-
for artists.
Fat Farm Leathers
We
was
was
the
looking for
joint.
artists.
He said
I said icon.
He said icon, but we thinking about
Artists.
No, icon in hip hop.
You
Fat
you're
Farm
right,
and
but when you said
Fat
that,
Farm, 1992.
when you said that, we're thinking about rappers and shit.
Butter soft leathers from Fat Farm was the shit back in the
Baby
day.
fat.
And once
Word,
they
they
got the
made
Fat-
Chicks.
Baby Fat.
Once they
Word.
turned into Fat Albert, I was like, oh god.
Mm-hmm. That's when Russ had sold percentage of the company and went on his own. Who created the Wu-Tang logo?
RZA.
Wrong.
Jizza.
Wrong.
Mathematics.
Shout out to Tips. Tips is the grand prize winner. He got the question right. Word up, man. Shout out to Tips. Yes, mathematics did create the logo. And, it was a hassle because, he did it off the arm. They paid him a percentage.
But RZA,
But RZA them caked off on it. He don't get nothing else off of that.
He still do music for them.
He still do music for him. I mean, listen, man, at the end of the day, you took an L on something. You can't get mad at that. Like, sometimes as a creator, you don't see that far because all you're doing is just creating something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't
Sure
know how
do.
far it's going to go. So you're going to get what it's worth at the time. And
Pretty
you just
much.
got to eat whatever comes after that.
Whatever
Word
comes
up.
after that.
For real, man. Word, man. Shout out to the Cowboys. They out
The
here
Cowgirls.
kicking ass in Minnesota. The
Yeah,
score
how
is
about
23-3 at the half. You know what I mean? But fellas, man, we come to the end of another show, man. This was a great one today, man.
Yeah, it was a
Word up.
nice one today there.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
Yeah.
man. I had fun today, man. You know what I'm saying?
Go!
Shout out to my God, let's go! Word up, man. Learned a lot today, man. Glorilla, that's her name?
Glorilla.
I thought it was what's her name from Texas?
Glory Hallelujah.
That's her name?
Yeah.
Glory Hallelujah. Buck nigga freak. I thought it was when I first heard her. I thought it was what's her name, man? Meg Thee Stallion.
Nah, that's not.
Word, man. You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
far from it. But
Ain't far from it, right? Word up, man. So, man, every week, man, every Sunday, man, got myself, Stills the Great, Tip of the Gambler. You know what I'm saying? That's your new name, Tips. Tip of the Gambler got a good ring to it. You know what I'm saying? I almost came this close to a ticket on MGM the other day, man, for 8 bands, but, Knicks let me down, man. Word up, man. Word up. Zy Flair, you know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Every Sunday, 4 to 6, man, we give you the Unprofessionals, our unprofessional take on things that go on in the world of hip-hop and sports, man. So, every week we try to give you something new. You know what I mean? For those of you that checked in on Facebook today, shout out to you. Sorry we got cut off. We started playing a lot of original music. You know how Facebook do. But anytime that does happen, make sure that you always double back to the website or download the Bars and Hoops radio app and tune in, and you'll never get cut off. Why? Because we own it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So on that note, Stills the Great, Tipper the Gambler, Zy Flair.
Yeah.
We are the Unprofessionals, and until next week, we are signing off.
Peace.
Peace.
Like that.
And a happy belated birthday to my brother Will Sully. You know what I'm saying? We call this one Day One. Featuring Ali Vegas.
Yo, I step in the arena, fresh, cold demeanor. Holy water blessed, get a trolls emphysema. Hold your breath, waiting on my downfall, Katrina. Flood your whole block, call FEMA. I'm coffee, no creamer. Liquor with no chaser. Dope that's not stepped on. Afro with no taper. Black Caesar, Castro, Pappy preacher with paper. This shit deeper than rap. Some divas been catching vapors. Shout to Ali Vegas. I'm Miles Davis with the stainless. Louis Armstrong, strong arm in the playlist. Flow sharp as Don Juan Gators. Haters be like God save us. Sully gracious. Look at what God gave us. A way to distinguish imposters from real gangsters. Mobster ties, synopsis singing something dangerous. J&J Fedora hat with the gold anchor. And Kobe L. Odom championship Lakers.
Mama ain't raised no chumps. Streets name me the run. Papa ain't raised no pump. I've been outside on my shit since day one. You could go against the grain if you want raise the bumps. Mama ain't raised no chumps. Streets name me the run. Papa ain't raised no pump. I've been outside on my shit since day one. You could go